What is up, guys, and welcome back to another quick review / reaction video on WWE Monday Night Raw for the 16th of October 2017. That shit always confuses me because it's on in the early hours of the UK time, but as an American, it's still the day before, right? Wouldn't it technically be as well the 10th of the 16th, 2017, if we're talking about American? Anyway, guys, as you can tell, I'm a very happy bunny because, well, in case you don't know already, spoiler warning, I'll give you 5 seconds to mute the video. Or 3 seconds, or whatever the fuck. But, yeah, okay, spoiler warning up. Kane returned yesterday. Why? I don't know. I mean, obviously in storyline, it's to get revenge for the Undertaker kind of thing, but it's interesting. I'll be willing to see where it goes, that's for sure. But we're going to start running down Raw. Believe it or not, this is actually the first Raw I fell asleep during, like for the first time in God knows how many years. Bloody on my eyes that fucking shot and everything. But I did manage to wake up, rewind it, and then go from there. So I was probably about half an hour to 45 minutes behind the actual live broadcast. But, you know, I don't know. I felt like it was a good show, but we're going to break it down quickly and fast. And we're just going to do this and get out of here and then bring you guys some more 2K17 content. That's my attitude towards it. I really feel like Raw is like one of them shows where like they set it off all right at the beginning, and then there's just like either a massive slog throughout the middle, or like, you know, they just completely put everything in the first hour and a half, and then they don't give a shit about the third hour or so. You never know what you're gonna get from WWE. But anyway, the show starts with the Shield. They come out all in their old attire, in probably what was the best segment of the night. Well, it's between that and Kane's return. You kind of like, you know, you have to. It's oranges and apples. It really it depends on what you like. But well, both were kind of nostalgic actually. So, but the Shield came out. They basically, well, made the point of saying that this is their yard. Anyone that's in their yard is going to get their ass kicked, complete with old attire and old music. Of course, I should have mentioned that. They came through the crowd. Surprised that WWE didn't save this for TLC. But, you know, I suppose it's, as I say, a nice little nostalgia thing. The Bar, Miz, and Strowman came out. Did Strowman come out? Either way, they came out, and pretty much Kurt said, listen, if you guys want your tag team title rematch, and if Braun Strowman wants Roman Reigns in a cage match, then, dude, you're going to pretty much have to, you know, just stay where you are and not get involved in this, dude, because I am not going to lose my TLC main event. So that was a pretty good segment, a nice way to open the show. It was pretty decent not to have to fucking have, like, like, you know, one of them long ass in-ring promos for like the first fucking 30 minutes of Raw. After that, though, we do get our first match of the evening: Elias and the Club versus Apollo Crews, Jason Jordan, and Titus O'Neil. The match was very missable, to be honest. Like, don't get me wrong, like, you could have easily like gone down to the bathroom or fucking gone to get a snack or anything like this, and you wouldn't have missed much. The thing that you'd miss is, well, you'd miss the Club singing the Honky Tonk Man's theme. Now, don't get me wrong, right? I know that they should be being used better than this, but that doesn't mean what they did wasn't funny. Elias, as usual, was on the microphone. I should mention that Apollo Crews and the likes, man, Apollo Crews, Jason Jordan, and Titus O'Neil, but it really does feel like WWE has no plan for the mid-card. Like, it's just like, oh, let's bundle them all together and stuff like that. I don't know. Next, we had Cruiserweight action. Jack Gallagher versus Cedric Alexander. Jack Gallagher has recently turned heel. I didn't actually see it in person, but, you know, I've seen a bit of 205 Live since then to know what's going on. Basically, right, this match was just your run-of-the-mill standard cruiserweight match. You had a decent spotlight. Rich Swann came off the ring steps like he did that Sami Zayn DDT through the ring post, but instead came off the steel steps. That was a decent move. That was good. That was great. Kendrick did try and like stop, you know, fucking Cedric Alexander from gaining any momentum, grab his foot. And yeah, that was pretty much it. You could tell basically this match was filler for our next bloody segment, Miz TV. Basically, the Miz, he was with Cesaro, Sheamus, Curtis Axel. You know, they all talked about basically how they're gonna beat the Shield and stuff like that, and they bring out Braun Strowman. The Miz tried desperately to add Curtis Axel to the team. Like he wanted Curtis Axel in that team, man. But Kurt Angle came out and was having none of it. But he said if Strowman beats Reigns, then Axel can be in the match, and we'll see. You know, we'll see what happens. Like later on in the night, obviously. One memorable moment from this is that the crowd actually chanted for Curtis Axel, which I thought was quite nice, to be honest. I don't know if it's because they're like near his hometown or whatever, but that guy, I mean, I don't think he'll ever be Mr. Perfect, but he was quite decent. Now, this, guys, is where I fell asleep for about 45 minutes, and although I did fucking rewatch it, it's not great, man. So, I don't know. I don't know, man. The ladies, Alicia Fox and Sasha Banks, basically feuded again. I don't know why. I mean, dude. I'm not a big Sasha Banks fan, but like you've got to have something better than this for like your women. It's basically like the same SmackDown thing, whereas like if your women aren't involved in like that one storyline, then like, you know, for lack of a better term, fuck it. You know, they're not really worth dealing with. And that's what you can tell they did here. They just basically pulled the old babyface beats heel. Sasha did win with the bank statement, and then Alicia Fox attacked her backstage. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think Sasha Banks at some point did get busted open, but I don't know, man. It's good to see, like, at least Alicia Fox getting something, but I feel like Sasha Banks could be doing more, you know? I don't know. That is, you know, that's debatable. That's really a matter of opinion, but for me, I don't know. I feel like Sasha Banks is best used. I mean, where was that heel turn with Bayley? Do you know what I mean? That's about fucking 3-4 months overdue. Next, we had another cruiserweight segment. Enzo Amore. You know, basically he, for lack of a better word, he goaded Kalisto into coming out, right? And then the other cruiserweight guys who were supposedly meant to hate Enzo, like Drew Gulak, Narendra, Arya Davari, was like, what's the name of the other dude? Fucking Tony Nese? I don't know, man. Basically, we I just don't get this. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. It's stupid. It builds no heat, like builds no sympathy. They attacked Kalisto, like Mustafa Ali, like fucking. I think he tried to help like Kalisto or whatever the fuck. But dude, I don't care. Like I feel that like, you know, you ain't getting you ain't getting any marks from me for the cruiserweight division if Neville ain't in there, man. That's because on this show, I constantly like look at my notes here to see like, you know, is there anything I could put across a bit better to you guys? You know, can I be a bit more positive? But I'm sorry, until Neville comes back to the cruiserweight division, I don't know, man. We'll see. The next match, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins defeated Sheamus and Cesaro to retain their Raw Tag Team Championships. Normally, with this like 50-50 booking, like you'd say that like maybe like the Bar would win on Sunday. But I don't know, man. I'm quite happy. To be honest, I'm quite happy with this because of what happened later on in the night. Ambrose and Rollins definitely need to retain the title here. It would make no sense. It completely stole the momentum. It was a good match, honestly. Like, I feel like it was a fast-paced match, and yeah, they played it off well. Where like Ambrose kind of was like the full boy for like, you know, like the double team attacks and, you know, being kept away from the ring. This match seemed to actually bring out more like, you know, fiery like Ambrose, and Ambrose we haven't seen in quite a while. And Lord knows, to be honest, Lord knows he fucking needed it, man. Like, I'm not saying Ambrose was like dead in the water for me, but he was getting close, man. I mean, a lot of people talk about how the Shield reunion is supposedly like more to help Roman Reigns get over with the crowd than anyone else. But let's just say Dean Ambrose needed it as much as anybody. Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. Next, we had like this really weird ass segment with like Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt. Dude, well, basically, Finn Balor just, it's all a bit too supernatural and weird for me, bruv. Like, I'm never one to like crash on Balor's demon gimmick, but like, he just, it's all like too supernatural. He was like my demon dreams of nightmares and all this fucking like, and you know, more corny special effects, and like Balor transformed into like something that like more resembled a fucking tiger than anything else. It's not good, man. Like I just no, man. Between Bray Wyatt's cross dressing and and like, you know, fucking now Finn Balor doing this. I want this feud to be over for both men's sake. Hopefully Balor can get the win, and yeah, we'll just go from there. Balor rumored to be facing Brock Lesnar in the future, so let's hope there's some credence to that. Probably the filler match of the night before the actual main event. Alexa Bliss and Emma take on Bayley and Mickie James. Did WWE miss the chance to have Paige return here? Possibly, but with the debut of Asuka on Sunday, I could see how they wouldn't want to do that. The match was decent. You know, Emma looks a bit strong. Basically, Mickie James went into the comeback, and then Mickie James basically delivered a nice kick to Alexa Bliss for the win. Bliss has to take the pin here, because if you want Team Mickie James to win, then like, you know, fucking Emma can't take it because she's basically got a fucking basically got to face Asuka on Sunday. Mickie James winning was probably meant like, you know, probably meant to at least make us think that she has a chance on Sunday. I'd like Mickie James to win, even if Alexa Bliss steals it back like a day later or a week later. I'd just like Mickie James to be recognized with a title win on Sunday. Sadly, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. The main event of the evening, dude. I don't know, man. I will tell you this right now. I don't get this, right? This is gonna be a big sticking point for me. I understand how like some people might find this funny, but like, so Curtis Axel went to pick a fight with Roman Reigns at some point, right? He went to find him because apparently, like, you know, he was trying to like fucking be his best G.I. Joe, get the troops riled up, and then later on, they've like the Miz found Axel hanging upside down from a fucking forklift. Like, I don't know. To me, that's just silly. Curtis Axel, after being cheered for earlier on the night as well, deserves better. Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman, it was a decent match. You know, these two can put on a decent match. It eventually boiled down to Braun Strowman beating the hell out of Roman Reigns again. But then at some point, Reigns did look like he had the win. The bar came out. Everyone came out. Ambrose and Rollins came out. They fucking took the bar out of the equation. And just when it looked like Roman Reigns would get the bloody win, out comes Kane's music played. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, we do criticize WWE for lacking intrigue, lacking story. But here's one occasion where we can't do that. Truthfully, right? We can't do that. Kane is back, and yes, it might be a weird one, right? It might be a fucking like one where you think, Jesus Christ, like Kane versus Roman Reigns, but I don't know where they're going with this. I'm waiting for it, but I do like the fact that it's not forgotten. And I like the fact, to be honest, that Kane is back. Kane is gaining revenge. Call me a romantic, bro, but I think Kane's there to take revenge for his brother. Like that to me would be the most perfect storyline. I mean, at home, we can all fucking relate to that, right? Like, if someone did something to your brother, you're gonna wanna fucking chokeslam them as well, ain't you? I don't know. Look, I hope that like this just doesn't lead to Kane getting squashed at Rumble or whatever, or anything like that. Because for the first time in arguably about since he returned at Night of Champions and Tombstone Seth, that was about 2 years ago. For the first time in 2 years, Kane looked like a badass. And is he close to retiring? He's fairly up there. He's like 50 years old, but is he as banged up as The Undertaker? No, that's the thing. Has he just taken a year off? Yes. Should he be given another main event push and such another world championship run? You know what? Fuck yes. If Goldberg can do it, Lesnar can do it. Well, Lesnar ain't as old as fucking Goldberg and that. But if like Goldberg can do it, why can't Kane? I like Kane. No one will ever change my mind from liking Kane. Kane is one of those guys that is embedded in my DNA to like, I remember Kane coming through the fucking like, you know, coming through the curtain, ripping the Hell in a Cell door off its hinges. I'm fully behind the Kane experiment. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Should Kane be back? Are you happy Kane's back? And should Kane be in the main event picture? Gee, I look so young without my fucking beard. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll speak to you next time. For now, I'm out. Thanks for watching. Peace.